Hey guys, welcome to our last bracket breakdown here, our semifinal bracket breakdown. It's crazy. The playoffs have flown for sure, and we only got two more games to talk about for the chance to go to the Caesars Superdome. This is the Division Four select bracket. I'm joined by Grant Sachere of Crescent City Sports and River Sports Media, alongside Alex Allison and Daryl Felker of Gridiron Football. So, guys, let's go right to it. Division Four Select because I know Grant and Alex have to leave pretty soon, so we're gonna knock this out pretty quick if we can. Vermilion Catholic, how about the statement they put on St. Edmund, who the week before put 78 points on St. Edmund, 60-20. We defeated the Braves of St. Edmund. Of course, Jonathan Dartes just having another day in the office. Your typical 6 touchdowns, like nothing to really out there for him, right? And then now Vermilion Catholic would take on Kentwood, and this was not the result, but of who won, but the margin and how the game kind of went was pretty surprising.
Mhm.
It was 13-8 Southern Lab in the regular season. It was the opposite of that in the playoffs, 50-32 for Kentwood on the Water Tower. So now Vermilion Catholic will play against a very athletic Kentwood team at home. The bottom side of the bracket, Ouachita Christian. Abel, I guess you can say it doesn't really make sense, but I guess you can say pulling off the upset against Covenant Christian, even though Covenant Christian was undefeated in the number 3 seed. This is still Ouachita Christian we're talking about. How I know Grant's been talking about how they're 11 seed. I have no idea, especially when they're 9-1 this season, but they are, and they get a 30-14 win over Covenant Christian. Guess who they have? Christian Catholic. Chad Elzy put in a show. 6 touchdowns, 357 yards, and what was a great running back matchup between Dedrick Lassie and Chad Elzy. And how about Lowell Northeast making the semifinals in his first year as a head football coach for Ascension Catholic? So that is your two playoff matchups. How about the playoff matchups here in Division Four Select? Ascension Catholic taking on Ouachita Christian in Donaldsonville. That will be a heck of a game. And so will be Vermilion Catholic and Kentwood. So we got the best of both worlds here, fellas. We have the number one and number two seeds still in, but we also have two double digit seeds, an 11 seed and 12 seed also still in. So we're going to talk about the first matchup first. Alex, I'm going to start off with you because you've seen Vermilion Catholic play. Actually, no, Daryl saw Vermilion Catholic. You one of y'all 50 shot got it wrong. You've seen Vermilion Catholic play, and they get to play against a really good football team and a lot of great athletes. So, who do you have here?
Uh, I'm long story short, I'm going to roll with Vermilion Catholic. Again, I mean, I think their win last week, St. Edmund coming off of a 78-point performance, 700 yards. They were nominated for Gridiron Football Player of the Week to 20 points. And then you go and put up 60 as well. Win by 40 points. That's a statement win, showing that you're the number one seed. You're still rolling, not afraid of anyone. And it also was a very big win for Kentwood as well. I mean, 50-32 against Southern Lab. I saw Southern Lab. That was a pretty good team as well. But I'm going to roll with Vermilion Catholic. I just think they're too much on offense. I mean, you said it. John Dartes, 6 touchdowns. Once again, just another day in the office. And I think they're just too much on both sides of the ball, actually, right now. But so I'm going to roll with Vermilion Catholic to win.
Alex, do you concur?
Oh yeah, Kentwood's a really good team, and I think beating Southern Lab not just by the margin, but also just like the kind of game that we got was really interesting. And Kentwood's a really good team, but ultimately, yeah, Vermilion Catholic. The one thing that's like sort of funny that I just want to note briefly, we're doing the Player of the Week nomination stuff earlier today, and one of the things. Like, oh yeah, so Jonathan Dartes was nominated, and we started going through the stat line. I'm like, oh, this is kind of pedestrian. Only 100 something passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, only 100 something rushing yards. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Mm.
Oh, Right.
Yeah.
He had, he just dropped 6 touchdowns on someone, and honestly, even that final stat line was like it felt kind of pedestrian for him. But it's ridiculous. He's putting together one of those one of the best statistical seasons in the entire state this season. That's the kind of player we're talking about, and there's a reason why Vermilion Catholic's the favorite to win the state championship. No reason. They certainly have not given us any reason to doubt them at this point. And Kentwood's a really good team, but I just think Vermilion Catholic's kind of a cut above this bracket right now. So I'll take Vermilion Catholic.
You agree, Grant?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Vermilion Catholic. They were my the state champion before the playoffs started, and it's not changing anytime soon. I did change my mind with Ballin on EDY, but not for Vermilion Catholic. I'm sticking with Vermilion Catholic to win this one. I think it'll be a high scoring affair, but I still think definitely take it over. But I think Vermilion Catholic will win something like 50 to 30 something, probably.
Yeah. Now, I know Kenwood's athletes are going to give them some trouble. I know that for a fact. But I think Vermilion Catholic is a better team. I think Jonathan Dartez, he just wills his team, man, to victory. And like Alex said, there's nothing that you can say can preview anything wrong. They just beat a really good St. Emman team that put a statement the week before. So this team's just too good, man. I got Vermilion Catholic. It'd be pretty cool to see Jonathan Dartez again in the Dome. I think it's just the stars align for that to happen, for him to play in the Dome and have a chance to end his high school career with a state championship. So that'll be pretty cool to see. So should be a good matchup though, because Kentwood's athletes will definitely will provide a challenge for them for sure. Definitely a higher scoring game. Now, how about this game? Ascension Catholic and Washita Christian. Washita Christian has won a lot of state championships. They won 7, and they won a lot under Coach Fitzhugh. Most of those state championships were under Coach Fitzhugh. And you got to play against Chad Elsie, man, and Ascension Catholic. And Will Narcisse done an awesome job in his first year, the former LSU quarterback. Doing a really good job with this Bulldogs football team, and they're rolling right now. Defeated a Riverside team where I actually had in the state championship game too, and it was a really entertaining game, 40-35. But Ascension Catholic's looking really strong. It's in Donaldsonville. Troy LaBeouf, get ready, start recording because we're going to start talking about the game. Because I know Bulldog fans were really rubbing in us for all of us looking like idiots this past week, all picking Riverside Academy. Now, for y'all to get a chance to talk about it, Alex, I'm going to go with you first because it seems like a lot of Ascension Catholic folks were really going at you. It's like, hey, how dare you talk about our O-line? It's like, our O-line's all like, so, yeah, I'm going to let you have the floor first to really defend yourself here.
Hey, look, so yeah, that all of that's fair. In my defense, I did take him to go to the state championship at the beginning of the previews of bracket. So it was just me being a moron for a week. Not like, I have had some general confidence in this team. Not only that, somehow the prediction for last week for me in particular gets worse because I also said the Riverside game would be low scoring and that didn't happen. So just ignore about everything I say. But think about what happens when you get a prediction wrong. Well, you try to reassess the team, see what you're what you're missing. Well, I think, given the preconceived notions I had about the team, I would say a similar thing about this game. That I think Washita Christian is a team that can give Ascension Catholic a lot of problems. And that's still the case because Washita Christian is just really good. Like, that doesn't stop being the case. But clearly, yeah, I underestimated Ascension Catholic. I made the mistake of changing my pre-bracket prediction. I should have just stuck with it. At this point, I think the game will be really good. But yeah, I'll take Ascension Catholic to win the game and go to the Dome.
All right, so Alex is rolling with Ascension Catholic now with the Bulldogs going back to his original pick of them in the state championship game. Daryl, you've seen Chad Elsie. You've seen what he's like, and you've seen also, I believe you've seen Washita Christian as well.
Yep, last round.
So you got a really good shot of seeing really both these two teams play. So give me your thoughts on this.
Yeah, Ascension Catholic was actually the first team that I covered down here in Louisiana with you and Alex at the game as well. And I got the Chad Elsie experience the first game, and I mean, they've been rolling since. I mean, they're the 2 seed for a reason. We all picked Riverside last week. They all made us made us eat that one. And I mean, yeah, they pulled out the win. Chad Elzy said, "Here's 6 touchdowns in your face," and yeah, they got the win. And I also picked Covenant Christian to win over Ouachita Christian because I
Mm,
was iffy on Ouachita's turnovers and just how close
mm,
the game felt with Catholic Point Capee, regardless of the score. But they showed that it was not a fluke. Their defense is very dominant, and this is going to be a really good game. I think it comes down to, can Ouachita Christian stop or slow down Chad Elzy? And I mean, that's much easier said than done. So I'm gonna roll with, I don't know. This is probably the hardest game yet. I'm gonna roll with Ouachita Christian just because. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Ouachita Christian because I saw them dominate against Catholic Point Capee, and I doubted them last week. They shut me up, so I'm gonna roll with them this week. I think they'll be able to get it done, and I hope the defense can kind of have that same kind of performance that they've had these past 2 weeks.
okay, so we're split there with Wall Star Christian and Simpson Catholic. Grant, this can go either way. What do you got?
Yeah, so basically last week the only reason I didn't pick it such a Catholic was because, of course, because there's like I said that they're gonna be on upset alert against Opelousas Catholic. I didn't say that they're gonna lose. Last week was the only time I said they were gonna lose because I picked Riverside to go to semifinals.
Yeah.
This week, similar situation. Like
Hmm.
if I didn't pick Washington Christian to go to the state championship, I probably would have picked such a Catholic. But I had to take my pick of Washington Christian. They're still a very good team. Remember they've only lost one game all year, and that was
Hmm.
against a very good Oak Grove team. I'm gonna pick Washington Christian to win this one. Because remember how last year ended. Remember last year they had a 3 touchdown lead and they blew it in the fourth quarter, and so that's still on their minds from last year, and they're trying to right the wrongs that they made last season. I think this is going to be a very motivated Washington Christian Eagle team. I think they've heard all week how great this is such a Catholic team is, and they are. But I'm going to have to pick Washington Christian to win this one. I think Washington Christian is kind of a fake 11 seed. They're not the 11
Yeah.
seed. They
Yeah,
have
at
only
all.
lost one game all year, and any other year they would be a top 3 seed. So give me the Eagles to win this one. A very, very close game. I don't know if you should take the over or the under for this one because I think it's going to be a really good game.
Oh yeah. I guess this week, I guess Troy's gonna have to clip just uh just
Hey, this time he gets a guess what? He gets for the second week in a row. He gets the clip me saying it's such a Catholic lost.
yeah.
But guess what? If they're the state championship, I have no idea. I really don't. I might go. I might go against Vermillion. Who knows?
Yeah, so
Maybe
it
I
looks
might
like
jinx.
Troy's going to clip at least Grant and Daryl this week. So it looks like me and
Well, and then
Alex.
Jace jinx everybody. Jace jinxed it. So if you want to blame one person, blame Jace. Don't blame me because at least I
So
picked.
Troy, they're going to hate me, Grant, this week because guess what? I'm going with Ascension Catholic, baby. I'm going with the Bulldogs. I mean, Chad Elsey. What can you say about Chad Elsey, man? He's running the rock. I mean, Gridiron Football American Bowl game commit. Well, Northeast got this team rolling. They're great defensively. Troy's son Camille throwing the rock, man. I gotta go with the Bulldogs. So
gonna
rough,
jinx
rough. That's
everybody.
right.
Oh,
At home. But yeah, I mean, just to be all in seriousness though, I mean, it's tough to go against. It's like is at the level of trying to go against like JT or Lee Cook or somebody like that, Jim Hightower, Bryce Brown. That's like going against Steven Fitzhugh. Doesn't like feel great. You know, like, you don't feel that confident because he's won a lot
Yeah.
of state championships. He's won games like this when he's been down before. But I think this is a special Ascension Catholic football team. It's at home. It's going to be a great crowd, great atmosphere. And there's been a lot of times whether it's been in the dome or in the in the semis, they've been really close to winning a state championship, man. And this is a team that's been great. And they defeated Episcopal this year. They really shut down Elijah Haven. That was one of Elijah Haven's worst games as a Dunham Tiger. I was there to see it, and they did a great job of affecting them. So this is a great defense as well. It's not just Chad Elzy. This is a really good football team. Jacob Julian's a really good player as well. But I'm going to roll. I said the winner of Riverside Academy, Ascension Catholic. I think felt pretty good about going to the Dome. So I got to stick to that plan, even though I had Riverside going to the Dome. I got Ascension Catholic now since they defeated Riverside. So I got the Bulldogs, but
Yeah,
stick.
Jace, just to touch on one thing to follow up on one thing that Grant said, how they had a 3-score lead and gave it up last year. I think that's something that's definitely stuck with the team and the coach, especially at the Ouachita Christian and Catholic Point Capee game. They had
Yeah,
a comfortable lead at halftime, and they came back out from the half, and coach was in the middle of the huddle, hyped up, pushing his guys around. I mean, he was fired up, and it was one of the things that kind of caught my attention. Like, yeah, they really want this game, and I think that, yeah, especially knowing
they,
that now, this is a game that they really want.
they
So I
should have
think,
won the state championship last year. They
yeah,
threw the ball to Dylan Day from Southern Lab
uh,
to his direction. That's a Miami Hurricanes commit at
yeah,
quarterback, and he intercepted and ran the whole way back. And really, that was a game that Walsall Christian, their program, their fans, they said they lost the game. They
yeah,
lost that game, and Sunline went on to win the championship in the semis. So
yeah.
that that
This is
that,
gonna be a great matchup.
yeah, it's going to be a great matchup because I think they're really motivated as well. That should be a great matchup. That Walsall Christian Ascension Catholic game can go either
Yeah.
way. Well,
Yeah.
guys, we finally made it to the finish line. This was it. This is our Division 4 Select Playoff breakdown. Grant, appreciate you spending a lot of time with us today. So also, Grant, tell us what's going on with. I know you got a lot going on with Crescent City Sports. Obviously, Friday nights in the Bayou as well. We're sports media.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, you got Friday nights in the Bayou. We would not do a Friday night live stream. As me and Jace are pretty free on Saturday, and we're trying to get as many views as possible. Uh, and so that's gonna be a fun show. Of course, we're gonna have a lot of high school sports coverage this week at CrestCitySports.com. I'll be writing feature articles. Ken will for surely be writing feature articles. We got nationals. We got the early signing day coming up on Wednesday. There's a lot of cool stuff going on this week, and not just in the high school football, but now early signing day, just the semifinals. Of course, next week we got the state championship. So it's gonna be a hectic next 2 weeks for everybody at CrestCitySports.com, including the big man Ken Trahan himself. But then also you got a lot of stuff going on too, just the Saints, and we don't know what the hell LSU is going to do. LSU has a bowl game coming. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in South Louisiana right now with the sports scene. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at CrestCitySports.com. Also make sure to follow me at Sasharai Grant on Twitter. And also, I joined Blue Sky. So if you're on Blue Sky, give me a follow.
There you go. There you go, Grant. I appreciate you joining us as always. And also, guys, make sure to follow our stuff. GridironFootballUSA.com. We just posted bowl game tickets. There he goes. He left. He got his plug in. He had to go and leave. I get it. So, yeah, make sure to go to GridironFootballUSA.com. Got a lot of great stuff on our website. A lot of bowl game commits coming being announced as well. That's where we're doing a whole lot. A lot of focusing on the bowl game coming up is what we're doing. So make sure to go to follow all of that at GridironFootballUSA.com. For Alex, for Daryl, for Grant, who had to leave and bail on us last minute. I'm Jason Zern. We'll see y'all next time on another exciting edition of Ballin in the Booth.